Yeah, I think there's two things. One, the constant extra work to the planner may interfere with her doing her regular work. Comprehensive plan is still not done, and I don't in any way blame that on the planner. I pointed out to the last council, the planning board does not meet, members of the planning board do not meet regularly, and nothing gets done. That's one. Two, this council has to ask your attorney and your treasurer about Obamacare and how this affects Obamacare, because when you give 30 hours this year, you're going to automatically own health care next year to her, whether she works here or not. So, but I think that part's been put off. But
I think so.
But Mr. Lewis, just in case. So I do think until there's clarification about Obamacare, that's one issue. The second issue is the council itself needs to look at your planning board, not your planner, but your planning board, because the comprehensive plan is still not done. When I was on the planning board, there were 5 of us with a part-time planner, less hours, and we did it in less than a year. And it's not more complicated. That's just crap. Okay? So you have people that historically don't come to the planning board, and you've been covering for them. And you know who they are, Mr. Lewis. Thank you.
Mr. Rogers?
I do have one concern on that. For example, the beginning of our agenda tonight, engineer inspection evaluation of 5 bridges. That's a consulting fee to hire engineers to go and look at the bridges, and they'll consult on how to fix them. That financial town meeting was for consulting fees. Now, by sliding it over and paying it to the planner in additional hours, I believe possibly, if it exceeds $5,000 above her salary, you're circumventing the bidding process and funneling that money to a town employee for additional work that was put aside for consulting fees, which may possibly should, if they go over 5, must go out to bid. That's just my concern. It's kind of a gray area. Just mine.
Okay. Thank you. Mrs. Ryder?
Just to address that, I believe that money was not for other consultants. It was for the town planner to do consultation or whatever that she could not, that had to be done, but could not be done within her regular working hours. There wasn't enough. My other consideration is that we have a very sizable, exciting project going up on the corner of Route 6 and 94. And looking at the scope of it, I would think the planning board and the planner are going to be quite busy for quite some time because they want to get moving on that.
I totally agree. Mr. Rogers, you have something?
One other thing, again on the agenda tonight, working to 30 hours a week is covered under your personnel policy in compensation and requirements. We discussed it about meetings. Again, this is another back way of funneling money and violating the personnel policy and possibly violating the contracts that have to go out to bid for consulting. Again, we have a personnel policy that addresses additional hours for work. You have it right there. It's not paying, it's not paying additional monies. It's followed by that book. You have a policy. I think you're treating one employee different than others.
I think if I am, I might have learned it from you. Okay. Thank you for your comment.
Good one.
Oh, come on.
So we have a motion on the table. Mr. Wendell had a reservation about a date. I asked for a specific date because I thought the council might find an open-ended thing unpalatable. If you want a date, an early date, a late date, or no date, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I thought that you liked things more concrete, so I put a date. But if you rather
Could it be
have a
something
date,
similar, excuse me, but could it be something similar from when Pat was doing, when the tax collector was out and Pat was doing working, getting extra comp time, I believe it was. Could it be similar to that, where we revisit it every so often?
how often would you like to revisit? Monthly or every?
Just
second month, third month? You want me to monitor it and report back to the council?
Well, I think through through Emery's monthly reports, we would be able to monitor. Would that suffice as a monitoring tool as to what she's attending to? I mean, your reports are very extensive day to day.
If you're comfortable with that, I'm comfortable.
I'm just throwing out suggestions.
I'm okay with doing this almost any way that the council is comfortable doing this. I just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on, what my rationale was for asking her. I laid out a few of the things, and so you've seen the monthly report. There's lists of long-term projects, there's at least 8 of them, and I think that there are some missing, certainly the one Mrs. White brought up about the economic development isn't even there. So there are all of these long-term projects that I'll put on the back burner.
Neil said, if something's not broke, you don't fix it. It's going along now, she's doing her job, she's doing other people's jobs.
If,
Thank you.
does the council want to vote on this motion, or would you prefer just to leave it?
I'm fine, just do what it is.
We're going this way.
Just
So let's
set
see
the
why.
problem.
Okay, if you withdraw the motion, you withdraw the second.
I'm sure.
I'll withdraw.
Okay. So let the minutes reflect that conversation was had, people are comfortable with this, and we will watch the monthly reports and analyze things as they go forward. And it will continue this way until such time as somebody brings up an issue or a concern, and at that point we'll discuss it.
Does someone have?
Mrs. Karen?
Why is she doing other people's jobs? Maybe you should look at the people's jobs that she's actually doing, and maybe there's something wrong there. Why aren't they doing their own work?
She has expertise, she has institutional memory, she has competencies.
So you have other people on staff that don't have expertise?
I did not say that.
Okay.
I did not say that. I respect her opinion. We refer things to her because I respect her opinion, and
Well, she should give her opinion, but somebody should do the work and she can look it over.